Hey, what's up you guys? After Reaction. Today I'm going to be reacting to some more of the originals. This is Season 5, Episode 4, and it's titled Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea. I hope Elijah gets his memories back because it's gonna get really annoying and I'm gonna bitch until it happens. So, yeah, sorry, but that's just how I feel. Let's get into it.
So what exactly are you implying?
Hope hit her mother with a cloaking spell. Someone found her. That requires a witch.
So that means it was one of mine? I don't think so.
You witches always plead virtue, but if history is to be prologue, you're the most rotten of the bunch.
As soon as Freya told me that Haley had gone missing, there were a dozen of us witches out there in them streets performing locator spells trying to find her. Because Haley is
and one of them found her, clearly.
Haley, unlike you, has earned our respect. And out of respect to her, I'm only going to say this to you one time, Klaus. We had absolutely nothing to do with her disappearance.
Well,
you
don't know that.
A
You don't. There's no way you can promise that.
Snake oil and is effective. You want peace and prosperity? Prove your innocence and find her.
Why would the werewolves take down their own alpha?
It's a valid question. Perhaps one of your fellow swamp mates can
I
shed
love
some
that
light.
he's being so, like,
victims here.
pragmatic about it.
Sucker killed Henry just for being a hybrid.
No, you wolves saw the boy as an abomination as well. Who's to say the same disgust didn't extend to Haley? A guilty wolf could just point fingers at vampires to cover their tracks.
I mean, he's not
You
wrong.
didn't take her. I suggest you find out who did. What?
Clear eyes, focused demeanor. You know, for Klaus Mikaelson, I'd say you're acting pretty normal.
If you've got a point, Marcella, spit it out.
There's chatter you're unhinged. I'm just making sure you're not poised to do something that we'll all regret.
Well, if the suicidal simpletons who took my daughter's mother return her unharmed, I won't have to do something we'll all regret, will I?
What happened when you went to go visit Elijah in France?
Nothing. He wasn't
He
there.
pissed me off.
No, you two didn't come face to face?
That's what happened.
Because last I heard, Hope's picking maggots out of her cafeteria food.
You seem to forget that my
Yeah.
other siblings carry this curse.
So this is because Cole and Rebecca had an impromptu reunion.
Well, she's certainly not with you, is she?
Locator spells in 12 ancient languages. Thought you weren't allowed to do magic outside of the classroom.
Catch-up reading. I'm trying to make up for being suspended. Keep my grades up. I gotta get back to work, Aunt Freya.
Sure. I mean, I could just leave after an excruciating 11-hour drive to see my only niece. Or we could get comfy, stuff our faces with deep-fried glory, and you could tell me about that cute boy you had hidden in your room last week.
Klaus. Wolfsbane and Vervain.
She was here.
The fuck? That's cheating!
The stuff you were studying earlier. Alchemy of the Iberian Peninsula, magic of the Middle East.
I'm examining regional magic as it relates to socio-political and economic statuses.
So, what exactly are the socio-political implications of breaking powerful cloaking spells?
What do you want me to say? My mom's missing.
Trying to break every possible spell in those books by yourself would take 1,000 years.
This is exactly why I didn't want to tell you. And guess what? You and the witches haven't gotten anywhere. I'm coming at it from a different angle. I'm the one that put the cloaking spell on her in the first place. Maybe I can find a way to lift it without being in the room with her.
And the fact that it's never been done in the history of witchcraft isn't going to deter you.
I can't just sit around and do nothing.
All right, then.
You gonna help her?
Let's get to work.
Why does Marcel have us wasting time trudging through the bayou?
Well, you know, technically you can't waste time if you're immortal.
You know what I mean, Josh.
Okay, look. Marcel wants Klaus out of town ASAP. Finding Haley makes that happen. Just trust me, okay? Klaus gone is good for everyone.
Fair enough. But what about when what's good for everyone isn't good for vampires.
Everyone includes vampires.
Well, I don't
What?
thought.
It's kind of a generalization.
And here I thought we were friends.
Okay, fine. You caught me bad-mouthing you. But I was bad-mouthing while also doing what you asked, so I'm thinking they kind of cancel each other out, no? Oh, wow. A hostage situation. How creative.
You might call it that. I call it gentle encouragement. Now, lovely Colette, be a dear and enclose your new roommates in a barrier spell. I would so hate for anyone to steal you away.
I won't do magic for you.
Josh, tell her how this goes. Actually, allow me to speak for you. If you don't do as I say, I will hunt down anyone you love, and then blood, gore, screaming death. I win. Did I do it justice?
Are you 100% sure no one in your ranks did this?
I'm 100% sure you.
7 years ago, I would have said
How
absolutely.
can you be
but
100% sure?
Now I seem to be getting more attitude than allegiance.
I'm gonna tell you something, Marcel. I appreciated this city a hell of a lot more when it ran like a democracy and not like a monarchy. Truth be told, none of y'all were missed.
He took Colette.
What?
Klaus. He took a member of each faction. Colette, David, who's wonderfully seen as wolves, that vampire who runs Rousseau's thing.
Josh?
He said if we don't turn Haley in by sundown, he'll slaughter them.
Over and over, it's the exact same story. I give that family the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, he's trying to find Haley. He's doing whatever he can.
It's just the same thing. And the only thing that I know right now is that I gotta get Colette back.
You're letting rage drown reason. Look, I get it. Witches do the spells, protect the land, keep the peace. But who looks out for us, right? We all know how the story goes. But that doesn't mean we can risk their lives. If we attempt a rescue, Klaus will kill them all. You know that.
That's the thing. I don't know that. I have absolutely no way of predicting what that man is going to do. When it comes to war, there is absolutely no strategist that is as great as Klaus Mikaelson, but he needs his brother as his co-captain. He's got to have Elijah there to rein him in. I got to get Colette back.
Come on.
Let him out. Now.
I'm afraid Josh is far more useful in here.
Is that what I'm supposed to tell my guys, huh? They already think I'm towing your
Wait,
line.
you're in there with them?
Marcel, the words scrawled on the wall of that house apply to you just as much as they do me. Freak, crossbreed. Perhaps that's why the vampires are deaf to your demands, or are you still pretending to be one of them?
Pretty, in a creepy, don't get caught alone here at night kind of way.
The Saltzman twins found it like 2 years ago. Pretty sure it's their evil mean girl lair.
Or they shared their father's love for the bottle.
Wait.
You want to find your mom?
Wait.
I gotta start
Hang on.
with how she was.
They were born in season 7. Which correlated to season 3. So they're about 2 years younger than you. And you're 15. So they're 13 and drinking. Yikes.
Taken in the first place.
I already told you, I don't know. Someone followed me.
Or there was a problem with your cloaking spell. Maybe you missed a step. Left a loophole open.
No, of course I didn't.
Fine. You were followed. Then we retrace every step you took. A deconstructing spell magnified with a cup of blood in each bowl will give us that.
She just had blood on her thumb and I don't know why. Continuity error, I think.
Damn it. It's healing faster than I'm bleeding. Maybe you shouldn't have picked a spell that involved me bleeding out.
Just keep doing it.
Which you knew couldn't happen. You don't want to do this spell.
Not particularly, no.
Why?
Because it isn't going to work.
There's something you're not telling me.
Vincent and Ivy think they've learned something. About you.
Goodbye letters? The hell is Klaus trying to prove?
Look, I don't like his methods any more than you do, all right? But let's not lose sight of the goal here, to get Haley back home safely.
Why do we care about Haley? She's not one of us.
Why do we care about you?
3 times in my entire life, all right? So let's not start throwing stones about who's who.
You might not know me.
I've never agreed with Marcel as much as I just agreed just then. I'm just gonna say, who the fuck do you think you are?
Marcel Gerard, the vampire with werewolf toxin in his fangs. But perhaps your loyalties aren't what they used to be.
Fangs that will shut you up permanently in less than 6 seconds if you don't fall in line.
Yeah.
It all started when that hybrid killed an innocent vampire.
And how did the vampires respond? By murdering him.
He was a threat.
He was a kid.
What will it take to get you two to understand? Huh?
So you just confirmed that the vampires killed
Bury you
him.
both with him.
That's fucked up.
Now get out there and find her!
I used to hear all kinds of wild tales about Vincent Griffith. I could never figure out what was fact and what was fiction.
Well, what did you hear?
Strong man, full of fire. A good friend, vicious enemy. A great husband.
Whose wife lost her way.
Before my time, I don't judge.
I do. Long and short of that is, I got us both into some dark magic. I got out of it. She did not.
And it came back to haunt you.
I took my ex-husband to a burlesque club on our 5th anniversary. Should I blame myself because he left me for one of the dancers?
Well, how did you get over that?
What, the humiliation? The rage?
The grief?
I tell my friends he was a fool. And I'm a strong woman who deserves better.
Fair.
True.
Yeah.
I read up on vengeance spells. I cried every night for a year, and then I took up yoga so I could feel beautiful again.
Oh, man.
What?
The idea that you would spend so much as a single second feeling like you're anything other than beautiful.
This is fleeting. This needed some self-care. So I let go of my rage, I said some prayers, and now here we are.
I like her a lot more than the woman last season with the son.
Your goodbye letters didn't do any good. Hey, look, I don't know what happened between you and Elijah. And if he were here, he would know exactly what to say. But he's not. I am. And I'm saying you misplayed this.
I
Let the
disagree.
prisoners go.
You think I should be weak?
They don't have an answer yet, so
Just give in to
it's
my
not.
enemy.
If keeping Haley alive makes you weak, yes.
Don't presume to lecture me. For centuries, I have bent the will of countless fools to do my bidding because they feared me. I know how to protect this family.
This is my family. For the last 7 years, I have been a phone call away whenever Hope needed me. I am trying to talk you out of making the biggest mistake of your life, to protect you from yourself, so you don't have to tell Hope that you're the reason that her mother is dead.
He knew! Elijah knew who he was, and he still told me to leave. I begged him. He didn't want anything to do with any of us. He's gone. Marcellus, he's gone.
I understand. I understand that pain. But you gotta move through it, okay? You can't let it cloud your judgment, not with Haley's life on the line.
Uh-oh. That's a box. It better not have her heart in it. Like the thing that happened with Jackson.
What's in the box? They mutilated her.
Would that grow back?
Klaus, wait. They're goading you.
Then they will pay.
If you kill those hostages, what do you... Klaus, I'm telling you right now, I am the only friend you've got.
Marcel, please. I'm going out of my mind here. Look at what they've done
Just
to
wants to
Haley.
find her.
I don't do well without Elijah.
Just let me help.
If I break the barrier spell, we can get out of here and
And then he can make a game out of hunting his prey. Not interested.
I bet the 3 of us could get a jump on it.
Said the guy whose last words will be, oops.
I'm sorry, I can't
Josh
just
is
sit
the
here
only
and
one
wait
with
to
it
die.
smart. Idiot.
Klaus, don't do this.
warned you, Klaus. All the good people that you feasted on, all that innocent blood that you spilled. It's time you gave that back.
He just wants to find Haley. I understand. I get it. Maybe he's going about it the wrong way, but I get it.
Are you okay?
Where the hell were you? You said
He got his neck snapped.
Look, I didn't want any of this.
What you wanted was to slide back into town and run things like you used to. And while you were out there stomping around alienating everyone, I had your back. Now look.
Okay, well, he was trying to stop. It just got his neck snapped. I mean, he tried.
Josh.
Don't blame him.
Hope, stop.
Why? So you can keep stalling me?
You can't shut down or we'll eat you up inside.
Leave me alone.
Hope.
I said, leave me alone! Hope! Stop it!
That was a bit strange. That was a bit,
Are you ready to talk now?
like, I don't know. Whoever, like, directed that part just then was a bit strange. Like, it made it seem like, she didn't mean to do that, I guess. But, like, it looked like she did mean to do it. So it's a bit of conflicting. I don't know. That was very strange.
You're a fool.
Why? Because I fell for your sob story about Elijah. That even true?
Every word of it. Even at our most estranged, there was always a trace of the brother I loved, but not anymore.
Because he has amnesia.
It was unfamiliar.
Because of you.
I promised Hope I'd bring her mother home safely.
And instead, you turned the city upside down.
That was always the plan. Put the pressure on and see how the factions react. Vincent and the witches worked with us. The wolves were prepared to die for their alpha, but the vampires...
They did nothing but resist.
They were always threatened by the freaks and the crossbreeds like us. A vampire took Haley, so that those who care for her would suffer. They're keeping her alive for now. This is a game, and they're enjoying it.
Yeah,
His
and you're
plan
playing
worked.
right into that game. You may have gotten the answers that you needed, but you didn't get Haley back, and now you've alienated an entire city.
Yeah, but he got further than you did.
I can't save her if they don't fear me. And neither can you.
King has spoken, and we all come running.
Fuck you!
Said he had news about Klaus. Personally, I'd like a front row seat for this one.
I don't like her attitude.
Now, I know that most of you feel that I've been mistaken in some of my decisions lately. You feel that I've been living in the past, in the days when I was king, calling the shots and my word was law. And I have to admit, you're right. I wanted to rule through trust and through goodwill and consent. As I said, I made a mistake. I lost control of you. But no more. Until I can trust all of you to fall in line, and until Haley Marshall is found, I am changing the rules. First, I'm restricting your movements. No more daylight rings.
You have no right to do that. You're not one of us anymore.
He has every right to do that. You let him free! Ooh.
That's right. We're not.
What we are is in charge. Break the rules, defy our orders. No more head garden, just your head.
Oof. He's listening to him. Because he knows he gets results.
I had kind of a day.
Your mom?
No sign of her. And, according to my aunt, all of the witches in New Orleans think that I'm gonna melt the city if she doesn't come home.
You can do that?
Probably. I don't know. I think I'm just tired of everyone being so scared of me.
That's understandable.
Now's the part that you're supposed to say that you're not.
Oh, I'm terrified.
Are you gonna cry in a closet, Charming? Throwback to Descendants 3.
You can take your time commemorating your dad. But when you're done, Marcel and I need your help. We know that it was a vampire who took Haley, and with your magic...
You must be out of your mind, Klaus. I'm not doing any magic for you. Matter of fact, I must be out of my mind because I thought you had it in you. I really thought that you had the potential to be a better man. But after this, no sir. The witches are done being on call for you. All you know how to do
They were
is
never
use
on call for
you.
you.
Treat us like we're pawns. Like we're pawns in your family's endless, self-defeating scheme.
Well, that's fun. It's fun. We have Freya.
No more. But congratulations. You made it back to the top of the food chain. Let me tell you something. If you come after my witches again, it is going to be a war, and I don't mean a war between you and the Covens. I mean a war between you and me. And I hope you get that.
I understand, but it's kind of annoying at this point. I understand the reasons that he has to hate Klaus. I really, really do understand, okay? But it's just a little annoying at this point. It just seems like a bit of a stick in the mud. Like, I can understand everything that he's gone through. I do. And I'm not angry at him. Exactly. It's kind of like when you understand what someone's going through, but they just keep bringing it up all the time, and at one point it just gets annoying, you know? And it's just getting to that point for me where it's just always complaining about, you know, Klaus doing this and Klaus doing that, and you're right, like he's not like he's doing some terrible things. Like, I'm not justifying anything that Klaus has done or doing. He shouldn't have killed the witch or the werewolf, even though I said what I said before about them being idiots trying to escape. Like, you were gonna die regardless. He shouldn't have done that, but he did, and it's just a little frustrating to me that he's just a real wet blanket at the moment, you know. I can only take so much complaining.
Where's Vincent?
We're on our own.
None of this makes sense. What could Haley have done to deserve this? What is that?
A message from enemies I thought I buried long, long ago.
Nazis, really? Another thing that I hate is Nazis. Like, the fuck? Why do TV shows keep bringing them in? I'm looking at you, Supernatural. Some of the most boring episodes lately have been fucking Nazi episodes. Oh, gosh. Why? Alright, yeah, well, that was the original Season 5, Episode 4. It's an alright episode. Yeah, just with, like, look, with Vincent, I do understand. He has every right to feel the way that he does about Klaus. It's just a little annoying to me because Klaus is, like, this is clearly, like he's clearly the main character. That doesn't mean that he's the protagonist of the show, I guess. But he is the main character, and, so I feel attached to him as a character because he's the one that I've known the longest, kind of. I aside from, like, Elisha, which, don't even get me started. So yeah, I'm, like, connected to Klaus as a character more than I'm connected to any other character on this show because I've known him the longest. It's the same with, like, every other show. Like for example, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I always was more attached to Coulson than I was to any other character for a very, very long time because I had seen him in all of the Marvel shows, movies, sorry. And for him to constantly just yell at Klaus and, you know, tell him that he's going to kill him or you're going to start a war with me or whatever, right? It just gets a bit old for me. And at some point, I'm just sick of it. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.